Hi. I miss you.
I miss you. Are you
Hi,
talking
Jim.
to me, Sarah Morris?
I'm talking to you, Jim Walsh.
Thank you for missing me. I miss you.
You're very
Good to see
beautiful.
you. Good to see the toilet room's bathroom.
I just never leave this place. I just never do. And you know, part of it is it's the room in my house with 2 locked doors between me and my dependents. That's the plan.
You got to create your own reality in your bathroom.
I've heard that healthy boundaries are like an important way to develop wholehearted relationships. I
love seeing your pictures on the gram of nature and your walks, and it says, a little moment of Zen with Sarah.
Thank you. It's my gratitude practice.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Well, welcome to Hey, I Miss You, which is where I call up people I genuinely miss and say, will you please sing 2 songs at me and we can talk a little? And you said yes, which I'm grateful for. I'm going to ask you, Jim Walsh, how are you in this minute? Like right in this minute.
Me and you sitting here talking, good. Talk to me in an hour.
Okay, well,
I'm talking when I go fetal in an hour. Yeah. No, I'm doing okay. I mean, breathing, writing, reading, singing, listening, and reaching out to friends and family often, walking the dog, and working. Very much trying to stay calm, stay cool through it all, as it's madness times. And when you think about reading and when you think about music, they're more than escapes. They're just empathy machines, and they attach you to your heart and to others' hearts. And I think I see in this whole time right now, all these people with all this rage and all this, blaming of the external. I see it as a very uncreative movement, made up of, people who don't create, I don't think, and then they are easily snookered. You and I have our guitars and our songs to go to, and our writing, and I'm going to make something. I don't feel good. I don't feel whole. I am going to create, be it baking or writing or songwriting or record or, the big clay pot, that whatever.
All of those things.
I think that's really true. What's that?
I said I've done all those things except for the clay pot. Haven't
Close Encounters of the Third Kind, where Richard Dreyfuss is building the massive, alien worship altar. That's all I mean. Yeah, you got to be able to retreat to your practice space and your womb to create. And I really think that's what's going on. Not a lot of, you can politicize everything and say this is what's happening, but I know what I go to. I mean, some people go to God and religion, but man, I think if you can look into your own heart and soul and find something of yourselves and other people, I think that's helping.
I think that's so beautiful. I like the idea of like being a builder, not a destroyer, like being a creator, not a criticizer. Like, yes, I'm a maker. I want to be a maker. So I'm going to make things. And that is obviously you're a maker. You're also a connector, and you always bring people together. And I feel lucky that I get to we're just bringing each other together just right now, but then we'll bring people together in the virtual world. It was just a year ago that I came and did toilet. Yes, you have been in the big green bathroom. And so that makes me wonder, I'm here in my bathroom now, but where are you in your house? Can you tell us about your space? I am in my little office space right here in the home I share with Mary Beth, my partner, who Mary Beth. You know Mary Beth, right?
And
She's making a cake.
she what?
Is she designing a cake right now?
She is not. She's working. She works for the Center for Economic Inclusion, and they have a big event on Friday, in fact.
Okay.
And it's a cool thing. But no, I'm just right up here on Blaisdell Avenue, and yeah, it's quiet at the moment. But I'll tell you what, in May it was not quiet. CNN was a few blocks away, and the Nazis and the KKK were on their way, but we avoided all that.
Well,
he said with a laugh.
right, because that's where we are. Will you sing us a song of your choice and tell us why you're choosing that song?
This is one of the latest songs I wrote. I wrote it, 4 days after George Floyd was killed. I want to do it because you mentioned it, and it's called "Folk Song for George Floyd, Minneapolis Weeps." Folk song for George Floyd, who died with his hands behind his back, handcuffed and crying out for his mama, dead just because he was black. Folk song for Philando Castile, whose girlfriend filmed the whole attack. That racist cop got away with murder just because Mr. Phil was black. And Minneapolis weeps, Minneapolis weeps. No justice, no peace. Minneapolis weeps tonight. Folk song for Ahmaud Arbery. Folk song for Ahmaud Arbery, who went out with a Quran and never came back. Gunned down by some racist hicks just because he was black. Folk song for Colin Kaepernick, who took a knee and took a stand. The President of the United States called him a son of a bitch just because he was black. And Minneapolis weeps, Minneapolis weeps. No justice, no peace. Minneapolis weeps tonight. Folk song for Harry Stafford, who in 1898, if you go back, he was the first. Killed by a cop at a traffic stop just because he was black. So yeah, folk song for George Floyd, but it goes way, way back. Before Breonna Taylor, before Jamar Clark, say their names. Yeah, way before that. And Minneapolis weeps, Minneapolis weeps. No justice, no peace. Minneapolis weeps, Minneapolis weeps, Minneapolis weeps, Minneapolis weeps, Minneapolis weeps tonight, tonight. More justice, more peace tonight.
Thank you for saying that. I think about how, so for you who are watching who maybe don't know, Jim Walsh, one of his things is he runs the Mad Ripple Hootenanny, and I remember you people together. You were doing it weekly, musicians, everybody, everyone was welcome at your table, and
So
usually
blessed.
people would sing along. And I just feel like thinking about how powerful it would be to hear that at a hoot, and we'd all be singing with you. It would be
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
kind of
That's a nice
church.
thought. I mean, yeah, that song I wrote very quickly.
Mm.
And I was just talking to Doug Collins and James Loney about this. We were walking around the lake, and, to write a song, you really have to, sometimes it's an intellectual thing, but, if it's coming from your heart and it's screaming at you to get out, you got to do it. Um, and that's how I felt that night, that whole
Yeah.
week, these whole times, tears and confusion and rage. And I'm, you know this from writing, you sometimes capture a feeling in a moment, and it's like a photograph in a song. And life gets busy and the world goes on, but I'm glad I have that song to sing forever, because the sadness of George and all these say their names,
Yeah.
and this, this real problem with humanity in this country and world. I wanted to have a hymn and a prayer to sing. So, and more to come, but that's what came out. So
It feels like a hymn and a prayer, and it is available and on streaming services and also to download. Right? Is that people could get it, and
yes, yep.
the money
It's on
goes to
Bandcamp with the whole
okay.
thing. Bandcamp, Jim
Ooh,
Walsh,
Friday
Dog
band
Days.
camp.
Yeah, yeah. Jim Walsh and the Dog Days Cicadas. I
Okay.
think it's under, yes. And I think it's on YouTube and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, good. We're going to switch to a slightly lighter portion of the show, if that's okay. I'm going to sing it to you. This part is called "Tell Me Something Good," and so now I have to go. Tell me something good. Mm-mm.
Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan, Chaka
Tell me
Khan,
something good.
Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan, Chaka Khan.
Tell me
Books,
something good, Jim Walsh. Oh
books
yes.
are good. I've been reading a lot. I ordered a couple more. I ordered the new George Saunders book. I'm grabbing that tomorrow. And yeah, I'm loving reading, and I'm loving reading of all kinds. Really, really puts you in another headspace, and in a way that listening doesn't necessarily, or viewing. There's a lot of that too. A lot of movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, God, something good, stuff to watch. I mean, heartening things to watch. I've loved the Steve McQueen Lovers Rock, and those. I can't think of it now. There's three of them. I can't remember what the trilogy is called, but yeah, I mean, I think that people are amazing in what they're creating and continue to create in this time, and I'm enjoying the timeless quality of books from this year and recently and ages ago. How about
Yeah.
you? Tell me something
Yeah.
good.
Oh, tell me something good.
Huh?
I have been reading so much as well, and it's funny because I've also been listening to a lot, but there are times where my ears get tired, right?
Yeah.
But I don't get tired of reading. So I
Yeah.
think you're right in that there is like definitely a different place to go. I just finished this book, Leave the World Behind.
Oh, wonderful.
Did you? It's so like intense to read right now because
Yes.
it's like just a little too close, like a little too
Who
on the
wrote that
nose.
again?
I've got my copy. I'm going to get the name wrong if I go
Oh,
get it.
yeah.
I'm not going to go get it. I will link to. I'll put it down there. It was so good. He's only
Yeah.
written a few books. But it was like shortlisted for all the
Right.
specials.
Do you do audiobooks?
I don't do a ton because I do so many podcasts that I feel like,
All
but
right.
I've done a few audiobooks.
Yeah. My mom swears by them. Audio.
Speaking of books, is Fear Living in South Minneapolis an audiobook?
It is not.
No. This, you
If
guys.
it is, you're going to be the voice talent. You're going to read it. Okay.
I don't know about that. This is Jim's book.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so.
Thank you.
I love it so much, and I actually got my highlighter out a little bit. Some things, and one thing I have to tell you that I was so excited about, and I didn't know that we shared this. until I read it. But
No way!
oh yeah, super way. I was junior
You have your
princess.
junior princess sash.
I got my sash. I was a Northeast junior queen, and then, then became the Aquatennial junior princess. And what I learned is that Jim Walsh also has a history with the Aquatennial junior royalty program.
It's true. I was a little kid, and I was just riding around on floats, waving at downtown Minneapolis. Yeah, I like.
Oh my gosh, it was so magical. I mean, like, I got such a, like you mentioned, going to the Calhoun Beach Club. That was something we did too. We took my first ever limo. We went there and we had lunch, and it was like I fell in love with ribeye steaks because I had the Calhoun Beach Club.
It was so weird. That's amazing, Sarah. So Northeast, what was your like?
So I was like, it was the East Side Parade or whatever. It was like my home thing, and then I was the junior princess. It was the summer of the Iran-Contra affair. Because my princes and Commodores or whatever, we had a little side, like, imaginary world called the Iran Ketchup affair. It's not. I don't know why I'm.
And now the Aquatennial is dead. Wait, it's not. It's not dead. But the junior royalty is no more.
No mas. Well, it was pretty wholesome. My mom made our dresses, and they were like giant sacks. Like we were like pajamas with a crown, sashes. That's about it.
So we're the Prince and Princess show today.
We are, for sure. This is the most royal of the Hey, I Miss You episodes.
Absolutely. We should be on the crown.
I have my crown,
Do you have your crown?
For sure I do. Girls keep that stuff forever. But I do, there's just, having grown up in Minneapolis, we moved to Falcon Heights, but so much I loved about it, like reading about you working at Dayton's in real time when it was still Dayton's. Like, you're not referring to past, but it's real because you're from 1990, right? So like I just love it. Made my heart, all the things.
It's very interesting. I mean, and I've been saying this just because it's true. It's a history book at this point because so many of these places are gone. A lot of the people are gone, and I'm glad that in real time, a lot of that is captured in the book, because I don't have those memories, but that's why writing and reporting is great. You can go back to a time and have it, be alive again. So yeah, Dayton's in its heyday. I was
my gosh, that's amazing. I mean, that was such a treasure. The 8th floor Dayton's, like, that was such a big deal for my family. And then, it was just, cool. Switched it over to lesser things. I was pretty sad. I dreamed of taking my kids there,
Well, yeah, and I mean it's an interesting thing. You can think about it in terms of capitalism, whereas like just history, all the history that people had with that place, crazy. But yeah, I was Santa for 3 weeks at the 8th floor Dayton's, and it was fun. It was really fun, and they called me for a couple of years. Hey, do you want to be Santa again? And I was too busy. I was, doing it, and I'd do it now, man. Hey, Dayton's, come get me. Santa Jim.
Next time. Oh my God, I want to go to that Dayton's.
Yes. 2021 gig. Right?
Yeah, when you got the ponytail, you just need to get the beard.
Can you?
So now we say, in case you missed it, let me tell you a little bit more about Jim Walsh again. This book, which you can buy anywhere books are sold, but if you're in town, Majors and Quinn is a great place. Moon Palace Books, both of them pick up real easy. And then also, this is the CD that I have, 2017 release. Yes, Jim Walsh and the Dog Day Cicadas.
And that Dog Day Cicada is Dan Kowalski, who is the guitar player with Belfast Cowboys St. Dominic's Trio.
Yep.
And my brother's band, and we should mention Foothold Twin Cities.
Yes.
That the George Floyd single, in fact, benefits along with Black Lives Matter Minneapolis. And and a couple others.
Yes.
But yeah, Dan and I made that record a couple of years ago in the summer, and it's very bare bones. It's he and I, and kind of a backlog of songs that I had, and I have more, and I'm gonna hopefully do it this summer with.
Yeah.
I'd love to go to Sparta Sounds and make a record with the Dog Day Cicadas and Rich Mattson. So that'd be a ball.
I hope that you do that.
You got to come with us, though, Sarah Morris.
I will. We're working on a cabin in Ely, so then like not that far. That's
nice.
Been the quarantine project. So yes, I'll come.
We're gonna do a hoot in Ely at your cabin too.
Yes. Yeah. Oh,
right.
I want you to come see it. It's awesome. Will you sing "Gentleman"? So now I get to request something. So will you sing "Gentleman" track 1 off of your album?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
My pleasure. I will say, I'll introduce, just so you know, I wrote this in this very room here as I was watching the Republican convention with the sound down, and I could not believe all the angry white men, all the angry white faces, and it was on my mind, and I was thinking about my friends and my family, and I was just like, this is not, I heard an incredible statistic the other day that most white men in their 70s are Trump supporters. And I'm like, wow. Frankly, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Or I don't believe what that stereotype is. And I think intrinsically people are gentle and empathetic. And science even tells us that. Sympathy and empathy is a real thing. And I've known a lot of great gentlemen in my life. And
me too.
I wrote this. So
I love it. Thank
you. My grandfather was a gentleman. Father and my uncles, gentlemen. My brothers and my son, my cousins and nephews and everyone. And I am a gentleman. So where's the escape hatch on this thing? Everything around here makes me want to sing. But in a world gone wrong, can you even still hear this song? In the quiet heart of a gentleman. In a world gone wrong, can you even still hear this song? In the quiet heart of a gentleman. Well, here, let me take that for you. Is there anything else I can get for you? See, I'm rough and I'm ready, but I ain't hurting anybody. Yeah, I'm a lover, not a hater. Yeah, I'm still trying to be a gentleman. And so I'll relinquish my power to thee. Let go, let God, let it be. And when the stone's in the ground, let the angels sound that he was a gentleman. Yeah, when the stone's in the ground, let the angels sound that here lies a gentleman. So where's the escape hatch on this thing? Everything around here makes me want to sing.
Jim, thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you.
I love that. Thank you so much for spending this time with me and coming on. Hey, I miss you.
So great to see you. Thank
I
you for
look
having
forward
me.
to seeing you in the real world at some point. You are one of those faces that I just, if I happen to be at an event and you are there, it's like the energy in the room just has a new quality, and I'm always really grateful
Same. You're
to
the
be
best.
there.
You're the
I'm
best.
going to sing my awkward song at you. Oh,
I was going to write one. You're a bright light, Sarah Morris. You're a bright light, Sarah Morris. You're a bright light, Sarah Morris.
Thank you. All right. Well, now you have
Thank
to.
you. Thanks, my dear.
Thank you. Here's my song. Hey, I miss you, and I hope you're doing well. Hey, I miss you, and hearing your music IRL. So I am thinking that you'll sing me a song or two, and I'll just sit here in my bathroom saying, hey, I miss you. It took me a second to find my key, but I got there.
Fabulous. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
My
you.
best to Mary Beth. Yes.
Yes.
Be well.
Give the family my love.
I will do that. Yes.
I'm going to get in a hazmat suit and give you a big hug next time I see you.
I love that. I think that is the way. Like,
got to do it.
hug protection.
And come walk with Doug Collins and I sometime.
I want to do that so
That'd be
bad.
good.
Yes. Okay,
We'll
let's
walk
do that.
across the lake and listen to Doug scream.
That sounds like the best day I haven't had yet. I want it. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
See ya.
Bye.